Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. I hope you're having a good day and I hope you enjoy the episode. Hope you like it. And if you do, maybe give me a subscription. So, as you saw, we started inside of my farm area. And I've gotten a couple of recommendations to just go grab vegetables out of these unknown signals. Well, unfortunately, I didn't really articulate it very well, but I'm pretty confident that I have a conflict with my mods here because a kid's pajamas welder. Cool. One of the mods that I have is the one that adds the vegetables, and the other one is the one that adds these tiered equipment. And ever since I added in the Lord Waiter's tiered systems, I haven't seen a single vegetable inside of a unknown signal. So, I have to come up with some other option. Now, one of them was to go to the an economy station, and I have those two flagged out, but unfortunately, they are on the surface of the gas giant, which there is no surface to a gas giant. The gravity down there is like 9x or some craziness. I haven't tried going down there. I'm not going to try going down there. However, there's a moon right over there, not too far. And I think I'll head over to it. But this time I'm going to bring the Esbelta with me because she ought to be able to go in and out of a gravity well. So, that should be the first thing I work on. Well, no, not necessarily the first thing I work on. That should be a thing that I work on. But I think one of the first things I work on is going to be the rail that launches and attaches the sled. Because, you know, having to pull it in and out of the park here, it kind of gets tiresome. Anyway, I think I'm going to add a couple of more pass-throughs like this in places, maybe in the corners like over here. Keep them basic. I don't know. A final option for me would be to go back to the Caldera base and just get the veggies that I have that are in storage over there. It was dumb of me, but it didn't occur to me to bring them with me when I went up into space and launched the first time. So, oh well. Anyway, let's do something first. And yes, I noticed that there is a... there are 2 Mayday signals nearby. Neato. Well, first thing first, I think I'm going to work on this rail, get it in and out, and... yeah. Figure out how to do that. Alright. Show you what I find out. Alright, well, a pretty straightforward change right here is getting both of those lined up and magnetized to each other so that I know the orientation of the sled right now is going to be the same orientation as the sled park. So now it's just a matter of building out this carrier rail and figuring out how to attach a bar. I'm sure there's a name for a little like thing that goes along a rail, not like a train car, but like a guided track thing. I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's check that one. Maybe I've just been getting unlucky with the unknown signals. I haven't been going after many of them, but we'll see what this one has to show. Alright. Access denied. There's the button. Huh. Honestly, a bit surprised that I got anything. Usually when you press the button on two of them that close together. Yeah, nothing. They don't give you anything. Anyway, let's get that rail going. So, I haven't really built much more than what I showed you last time because I kept like trying to do other little things, and I figure at this point it's silly enough that I ought to show you what's going on. So, I built this down, and then I was going to build that up, and I was looking right through this way, and like, oh, there are a couple of little lumps and bumps that I had to get rid of. So I go over here to this ship, and I go to, like, it's not working. Why isn't it working? It's not working because I left it running, and remember when I built this, I opted to use a hydrogen engine because it doesn't use a lot of power, right? It's using hydrogen thrusters, doesn't use a lot of hydrogen energy. And I didn't have the ability to make more reactor components. So, I'm like, alright, well, I'll figure this out here. Let's throw a battery right in here. So, I dropped the cord with battery, and I came over here to grab the welder, which, by the way, the welder, it seems to be favoring the name. The OSHA Regulations Violator. So, henceforth, the OSHA RV. But, what I went ahead and did, and I popped down here, turned, disconnected, and what's going on with that? Why did that happen? Why are these conveyors turning red? It's because the base doesn't have any power, and the entire base was running off of the 3 reactors that are on here. And this is empty. Well, then that's the problem, is that this is empty. So, here's a little bit more juice for you, and that gives me some incentive to go ahead and build up a reactor over here. I think over there is where I want to have it, and I think having it connect up through here might be problematic, actually. So let me figure that one out. Anyway, let's build up that battery. So here. Let's only look at things on here. Large cargo. Let's go for the components here, and can I pull over what I need? Looks like maybe I can. Hey, and there's power. So let's go ahead and straighten out the armor on this guy while I'm at it, you know? and did I get the blocks underneath the Isbelta? I think I must have. That's one nice thing about bumping into stuff with... Oh. Why am I suddenly missing my construction components, metal grid, interior plate, steel plate, large tube? Okay, well that's worth looking into. Presumably there's a piece of the Isbelta that requires all those things. Let me make some modifications and I'll figure out what's going on and I'll weld it up. Well, I found them. It is, let me make sure, here, 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 there, and anything else? I didn't see any others. Yeah, well, these downward thrusts, I'm gonna need them soon, I think, so let's make sure I get what I need to weld those up. So, here, connect two places quick. That definitely throws you off because the center point of rotation is not where you expect it to be. Anyway. That should be enough time for Izzy's to have pushed what I need it to. So, and now, here's this one. All right, components here and take what I need. Now, I know it says that I'm still missing those things, but I have a feeling it's because I didn't connect. Oh, ouch.
Health low.
That hurts. That's what I surf. It serves me right for flying through the dang. Okay, where was I? You know, what might be happening is, when you pull the stuff using this button here, the withdraw, the build planner is the word. When you pull stuff, it might count what you have in your inventory already, right? So it had kind of already counted that I had those, and so it hadn't connected with them. But there's that, and now it says it looks correct. You know something I didn't do while I was here. It's got proximity, so okay. The inventory. This word here, where it says cargo, I think I can change that so that it identifies a specific cargo container. I'm going to have to read up on how that works in order to make sure it works correctly. But until then, I can get back to where I was with this thing here. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. A lot of figuring and thinking, and let me lay it out for you. This here would be like what I could think of as a basic carriage track type thing where it grabs onto a block right here in the middle. Conceivably even like right like that, and then those two wheels would push on the sides and those two wheels would push on the top, and then it would ride along this track, and that's what this line would be, right? But this line also doesn't have enough space underneath it to give good grip for it. And I don't think it would be very well oriented, stabilized. It wouldn't stabilize very well. In one way, it would be more compact than a bunch of pistons extending and retracting, but equally, it would have all of the variability of the wheels jostling on everything here. And one of the reasons I hadn't wanted to do the pistons was because in order for it to extend outward this whole distance, which is about 80 blocks, I'd have to have it extend backward this distance, at least 1/3 of that distance, because each piston extends to 3 times its starting length. So 2 blocks tall up to 6 blocks tall, right? I think, however, if I have pistons that extend this way and go backwards to make like sort of an S shape with pistons, I can get them all to fit inside here, under here, and then that way they'd all be kind of tucked in underneath the carriage. Then, conceivably, what I could do is where they are... No, never mind. It would be visually interesting to like attach a carriage to the end of the piston head and have it be made out of small grid, and then the small grid can like actually grab inside of these blocks. And I could use a small grid carriage, but then it would be grabbing down here and attaching up there, and it would just be... I don't know, I think it would be yet again unstable. I think the pistons are the way to go. Yeah. So, in that regard, or to that respect, let me go ahead and lay out some pistons and see how they look. Where's that blue light coming from? Oh, the blue from the... Weird. Alright. Pistons it is. Okay, so this is maybe working correctly. I have to test it out a little bit more, and it doesn't quite match up perfectly there, so that's something. But I have these here and those extended, connect here, so that when these extend, these retract, and these extend, they'll end up having it be, you know, quite a ways out here. Let's give it a shot, huh? I guess... How do I want to connect these two? Merge blocks, maybe? Can I connect to... I can connect to the side of it. Okay. Oh, but I can't... that's annoying. Alright, and then... Well, because my problem is I want to have a block in there that's not... Dang it, I thought I had this figured out. Give me a minute. Okay, I think I figured it out. I need to build this. Actually, I have a lot of piston parts in my inventory. I may as well build them all up. Oh, and that's the extent of those. That's probably just, yeah, iron plates that I'm sticking into there. Well, may as well get all that done while I can. And then I have to grab those three, so I have some iron plates. Let's extend this one. Okay, and now... Right. So I want to place a merge block like this, and one like this. And that will make it so that those two grids merge together. And I can have my decorative piece, which is a blast door block, like that, connect. Alright, let me weld all these things up now. Okay, that's that. Let's get this retreated again. Hopefully there's not going to be a collision here. That would be bad. Well, they bent. Alright, so this part up here is connected. Alright, I think I have a problem here. I think I need it to actually be the other way around, where one of them is extended. So, yeah, I'm going to delete both of those. Or if I... not delete. Here. This is what I mean. And now this one as well. Dang it. Okay, well, that's why I have this here with me. Pull together. There we go. And now over here, I can build this, extend it, and connect it to that head. And I can get rid of these as extra blocks.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Come on. This should work here. And attach. And I think it's attached. And I'm going to go ahead. Did I... So that was pulling it back in. I think I need to go ahead and take some measurements. So this is at 6.5 meters. And that's at 10 meters. So one of them has to have a maximum extent of 6.5 meters. Otherwise, it's not going to get it back to where it should be. I guess it could be the one in the middle. So call it that. Reverse it again and turn it back on. There. Now it is attempting to pull in. Alright, let me weld these up. What do they need? Tubes? I can't withdraw one motor. I'll make sure everything is fully welded up, but I just wanted these functional so I can give it a try. Because I think what I want to try now is reverse. And I'm going to clean out more of that space first. I don't want it to bang into the wall right here. Yeah. Let me try that. Okay, just have the number 2 clear out a little bit more along the side. Let's give this all a go. Now these pistons are going to end up moving very quickly. I don't want the pistons from the elevator. Dear Clang, do not destroy my creations. Ooh, geez, looks like some things are sliding against each other in ways that are not pleasant. Oh, and you know it's fighting. This is fighting against being moved. There we go. Oh, jeez. There was some banging going on in there, that's for sure. Okay. This part is... Whoa. Yikey. Okay, come on, come on. There we go. Let's get these pistons and okay. Well, that was definitely a good test. Good thing I saved ahead of time. Remember, turn off inertial dampeners first, and share inertial tensor on all of them first, so that, you know, solidity. Hey, and look at that. Oh, crud. Okay. Well, let's... How do I get this? I had saved it. Stop that. Okay. There. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm going to disconnect and let it come to a complete stop. Okay, there's that. Stop bouncing. Stop bouncing. Okay. Now... And back away. And now maybe let's go see if we can get this to stop moving. I like the extent that it's at. It's sticking out just past here. Having that cart that I was describing, the carriage, to grab onto it and pull it back and hold it in place seems potentially prudent. Now, what's going to happen if I share inertial tensor on all these? Which one's piston 2? Oh, there's a piston in here that I had tested and set up. It can go away. Okay. Sharing inertial tensor makes it so that if it's not supposed to wiggle, then it doesn't wiggle. So off. Let's reverse this one. Let's slowly reverse them all, little bit by little bit. God, that's a lot of wiggle. I'm willing to bet that I have to get. I'm going to fly right into that thing. It's going to hurt me. Okay, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna pull these back little bit by little bit. Unfortunately, if they're not like all on share inertial tensor at the same time, ugh. Okay, let's try and get this to start working again. Okay, going through them one at a time now seems to be working a little bit better. It seemed like after doing that first one, it kind of exacerbated some of the worry, because what it ended up doing was it made it so that, like, instead of it being all dynamic, it was all connected. But now that it's shortening any of the dynamic areas bit by bit, it's having much less problem. Okay. And now it's staying still like it should. Alright, now let's extend these out all the way. And then get ready to reattach the sled. I don't know. This might just not be a very good experiment. This whole thing is supposed to be stiff and slide in and out. Flipping driller. Okay. I feel I have to get some more settings taken care of correctly on this before I can get it to work. There's a setting on these that has to do with the strength of the head, input axis, and the impulse non-axis. And that has to do with how much 50.0 kilonewtons of maximum force this position is allowed to apply to blocking obstacles along its lateral axis. High values may result in unexpected behavior. Effectively what that is how much power will it apply if the head gets pushed to the up or down. And I'm going to increase that a little bit to stiffen it up some more. And it's just these pistons. Oh, why is there an incomplete one? There's a... This needs tubes. This one took damage. That's not good. Okay. That, or for some reason it didn't finish welding. It might have just not finished welding. Okay. Let's grab all of them again. And we'll call this the docking carriage. I think that's how you spell that. Anyway, so they all have share initial tensor on, and I want them all to have... Let's call it 100. That's double the power it had. Okay, now let's give it a try, docking. And the nice thing about this camera is I know for sure it is right in the middle of these two. So, and now, if I go to carriage, and reverse, come on, get a view of it, there we go. Just in case, right? Oh, and turn off my inertial dampeners. Let's turn on my inertial dampeners again so that it slows me down at the end here, because that was moving pretty fast and I don't want it to have to stop me all of a sudden. It pulled me straight in how I wanted it to. Look at that. That worked. And now it's just a matter of getting these last few down all the way they need to be. Oh, I get what's happening. The impulse axis is being fought against by, like, these thrusters and these down here as well. And so, while they're all working together, it's more easily able to overcome it. But when it's any one individual one, it has a harder time. So, what I want to do is turn off my inertial dampeners now and have it be that it's just the last couple. Alright, so one last thing I need to do on all of these for the whole group, which is the docking carriage. I want to change the speed to... okay, I can't just change them all. I have to figure out which ones are the ones that are positive and which ones are the ones that are negative. But either way, these can connect now. Which means the inner can lock when it's there. And now the sled is locked in place. Oh, man, okay, it works! Ha! That was so much better than parking it. Okay, now will it eject me nice and smoothly as well? So, we've got... We want to put in here another group. We've got the carriage in connectors. And we want to switch lock on those. So, let's reverse and unlock. This is great. No wiggling, no nothing. And I can see at the extent that they're at. So I'm at 50%, 62. Oh, there was some wiggling there. Let's turn on our inertial dampeners again. Am I completely out now? I am. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, let's have some soup. And come on. There we go. Oh, that is so cool. I am so happy with how that worked out. Little hairy there with the explosions midway through, but hey, you know, you got things you gotta worry about and fix while you're working in iterations, right? Iterations on iterations. Now, let's go... No, let's not go. Let's work on the sled. Huh. All of this so I can go over to that station. So let's dock the sled back up. Let's put in 2 more jump drives in this space here. Let's finish charging the jump drives that need to be charged. That's why they're red right now, is because they're off. I should get some lights on here, flashing warning lights and that sort of thing. Okay, now lock and inertial dampeners off and reverse course. Turn those inertial dampeners back on, slow down a little bit. And look at that. I'm going to get another camera here, because that way... Where did I put the camera? I'm sure I pulled it out here somewhere. 3, maybe? Yeah. I'm going to put another camera here, and that way I can switch to it when I have connected. Why can't I... What's going on here? Come on. There. There. I'll switch to that camera once I've connected to the carriage, and then that will show me just how close I am to this bar here. Okay. 2 more jump drives. Get the charges on. Yep. Turn off the remove the thing, make it a blind jump. Alright. Now let me go ahead and make sure I have what I need to build jump drives. I think I should have it. Let's just do this. Let's grab here. Oh man, that button. I really like that button anyway.
Inventory full.
Okay. Take this out.
Full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
You know, while I'm describing things, I had
Inventory
thought of
full.
a way to use the collector,
Inventory
right?
full.
Kind of make like a ship that had.
full.
This is really annoying. There we go. A ship that had collectors on the front of it. That way I could just go around, grind things up, let the blocks fall out, and then fly it around, collect blocks afterward. Made sense. But that, like, same function could be just as easily covered by a what's it called? A ship with a grinder on it. You know, the grinder just puts the stuff in the inventory. Why bother using a, you know, a ship with a collector if you've got a ship with a grinder? Anyway, let's check if jump drive is unlocked. It is. Huzzah. And what else? What was the other thing? Oh, a safe zone. Oh, that's right. I could make a safe zone out of this place. Oh, I hadn't really thought of that. I suppose that would definitely make it so I was safe from reavers. Or, well, maybe not perfectly safe from reavers, but safer than I am. Anyway. I think that ought to do it, right? And now we wait. Because that's a lot of superconductors I've got to build. Alright. I'll bring you guys back when that's all finished. I'm going to go ahead and start parking ships away. Alright guys, I am way out of time today. It is... That was not what I was expecting to see because I was looking at the wrong one. So, yeah, there we go. I am going to let this finish welding up those 2 spare jump drives. I think I'm going to go ahead and get myself some batteries on here as well. Maybe just a row of 3 of them in the bottom there. Weld them up while I'm at it with these guys. I thank you for joining me on this episode of Survival Records. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, come on back for the next one. Until then, thanks for watching.